So today I'm with Marie. Marie is the mother of Stephanie. I interviewed Stephanie and her boyfriend Day Day a few days ago, and I saw Marie posting on social media and saying that this is my daughter and kind of giving little segments of kind of what happened, right? And so I invited you, Marie, to come out here to meet me so we can get your perspective as you've seen from your daughter Stephanie. So How did Stephanie end up out there?
Well, it started in November 22. She met Day Day, and at this time she was going to school. She was taking care of her son. Within a month, I noticed a decline in her. Her face started getting skinnier, and she wasn't eating. I kept getting the baby like all day. She would, December 31st came around, New Year's Eve. She wanted to go to Day Day's house, spend time with her. I'm like, okay, yeah, fine, go ahead for a few hours. After work, I'll take care of the baby. I told her, she had to be home by like 9 o'clock because, I had to work that weekend. 9 o'clock comes around, she's not home. 10 o'clock comes, she's not home. She's like, I'm spending time with my boyfriend. I'll be home later. 1 o'clock comes, she's not home. So, I had to send my brother to go get her. And when she came, she grabbed the baby from me all pissed off and left. And then next thing I know, I hear her arguing. She's on the phone with Day Day. They're arguing because I made her come home. And then that's when she took off. She went for a walk. I grabbed the baby back. And I opened her bag and I see this container. There's foil and, there's burnt or straws. I confronted her and it just went downhill from there. Later that day, she packed up all her stuff and she went with Day Day because we got into an argument. And I told her, I was like, you can't be doing this when you have a baby. You're too young. You can die. And sure enough, she packed up her stuff and then she left. It's been hard.
How old is her baby?
Her baby is 1.5.
Where's her baby at?
Right now, I have him.
You, as most parents do, you've been attacked on social media, right? Because poor parenting, she's out there because of you. She's 18.
Yeah.
She's a mother, a young mother, but she's making her own decisions.
She is.
You don't agree with it, right? Society might not agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it at all.
Right. But she has to take accountability for that. That can't be everything on you.
Yeah.
Right? So what would you like to tell those people that are very accusatory and pointing fingers at you? You're to blame.
I would like to say, it's not my fault. Growing up, she may have a little difficult childhood, but as a parent, I did what I did. She got counseling. She had emotional support from her whole family. I cannot control her making a bad decision at 15 and overdosing. Like she said, she tried it at 15. She watched her best friend die, who was 13, because of fentanyl. She never touched it again after that until Day Day came around. And then that's when her life went downhill. It's like, that's not my fault. And then, people are, seeing my TikToks and seeing me live my life this past year. What can I do? She's 18 years old. She's 19 years old. She's about to be 20. I can't do anything. Legally, I cannot. The police told me I can't do anything. I filed a missing persons report. After she got beat, she came home and they took her. His mom, Day Day, and some guy took her from me, barefoot, no clothes, put her in a car and drove off with her. Without my permission. He had a no contact order with her, unwanted. My daughter didn't have a phone to get a hold of him. He showed up on his own and they took her. Because she was physically okay, the missing persons report was closed. I can't do anything. It just sucks.
What do you think? So you saw the video, the interview that I did with her this week. What were your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts is I was really angry because Day Day is putting his narrative on the story, saying that they've been homeless for 4 years and they have 3 kids. Okay, together Yeah, they have 3 kids, but Stephanie has 1. Day Day has 2, and he's not been a part of their lives. And then he might have been homeless since he was 16, but he's been through a traumatic childhood, from my understanding as well. His mother been arrested for drugs, been in and out of jail for drug-related issues. From my understanding, his grandparents raised him and kicked him out because he had my daughter over there. That's my understanding. They were adults then. I don't know anything about 16, and that he had a horrible childhood as well. That's really all I know. But him putting the narrative on it, saying that they've been homeless together for 4 years, no, that's not true. She hasn't even known him that long.
Stephanie seemed to get a little emotional when I asked her questions such as, what's the hardest part out here? Not eating, not having a place to sleep. You can tell she's new to this.
She is, yeah.
Where he might be a little bit more tenured, more of a veteran of being out there, right? Yeah. Especially for a young mother, right? She probably misses her child, she misses you, but that addiction just pulls them in.
Yep.
Did you get a sense of that was her authentic self, or her feelings of like just...
Yes. Stephanie is a germaphobe. That girl has to take 3 showers a day. If you see my daughter's TikToks and her Instagram when it was still up, she always presented herself looking nice, showered, hair done. When she had nails, she got her nail done, makeup done, eyelashes, making sure she was looking her best. Like she said in the interview, she had dreams of being a dancer, a model. We were on her way to doing that. To 2023, she was supposed to go to Cancun for a photo shoot, or not Cancun, but Cabo. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. So, but she doesn't want this life at all. Like when she came in October, she said she was ready to come back home and live her life. But she couldn't see herself without Day Day. She's like, he protected me. Protected me from what? When I see you guys out in public, when I do see you, you're looking raggedy while he's looking fresh. Sometimes you don't have no shoes and I have to bring you another pair of shoes. Just like this interview again, she does not have any shoes. Now, every time I get her new clothes and new shoes, everything disappears. I got her a brand new phone and it disappeared. It's hard.
It's possible that they could be selling them sometimes, that they can't get enough money for the pills. They need the pills.
Yeah, actually, in October I did get her another phone, and her birthday is October 30th, so I texted her happy birthday, and I get a text saying, who's this? And I was like, what do you mean, who's this? I was like, I literally just gave you this phone. It's like, is this not Stephanie? And the person was like, no, she sold it to me for pills. And, that's when I went off on a person, like, why would you do that? I'm like, you're part of the problem. And this person's like, well, I got to make money too. And it's just a typical ordeal. So it just really saddens me that, the video said that, she misses this and she misses that. But when I give you these things, things disappear. And I don't know why.
How much longer do you think she'll be out there?
I'm hoping by the summer she'll want to quit. I don't see her doing this much longer. She already overdosed once while being with Day Day, and then once when she was 15. Either she comes home or she's not going to make it. That's the worst fear. I'm hoping that she can break away from Day Day. He manipulates her in every single way possible. I'm not sure if you know how to recognize the signs of that, but in that video, he was talking over her, putting the narrative on her story, and that's not the case at all.
Do you think she's genuinely in love with him, love, or is it more of a relationship out of convenience, trauma bonding, addiction relationship?
I believe it's more of a trauma bond and addiction. She does fall hard. She hasn't even been out of her relationship with her baby daddy for 2 weeks when she met him. Like, it literally, like, okay, I'm with him. I'm like, you don't even know him. Like, she was already madly in love with him, trying to spend all her days with him. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. Not now. But it's pretty much a trauma bond. You know, they both had, you know, troubled childhood. You know, she's dealing with demons that she still can't overcome because of what her dad did to her. So, I mean, she's, you know, I tried the counseling thing, tried medicine. She doesn't want to try medicine, for her depression. She doesn't want to do none of that. So I think her continuing to do the fentanyl is her getaway, kind of, And then she misses her best friend. It's like, I also kind of feel that's another reason why she continues to do it, is because of her trauma that she's dealing with.
So you as a mom, it's important for you as a mom to speak on this, what you're going through, because there's thousands of parents out there that have you go to the cops and, is she over 18? Yeah, okay, well, she's an adult. It's there's freedoms in America. You're free to be homeless. You're free to use drugs in America, right? So it's not till something bad happens do they get involved.
Yeah.
And that's what you want as a parent. You're trying to avoid that. You don't want anything bad to happen. So it's going to come down to her making that decision that, what the hell am I doing? Maybe some time away, get locked up. Either her, him, or both at the same time. It just kind of gives them time to separation and away from the pill, away from themselves. And I need to go back to my child. I need to go back to that life where it wasn't perfect, but it sure as hell isn't this, You said she likes showering. That's not happening, They're at a park and just wasting away with hundreds of other people,
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because she's 19.
Yeah.
And she's the mother of a 1.5-year-old baby. That's wondering where her mom is at.
Yeah.
It's like a vicious cycle.
It is. It really is.
So what are your next steps?
My next steps is I'm pretty much, making it for Stephanie to know that she has family to come home to. She can come home whenever she wants to. She might not be able to stay with me right now because there's an open case, but she has family she can stay with. She knows this. As far as, other parents, just support your child the best way that you can. A lot of our kids are over 18. We can't do anything. I mean, I'm trying not to let the trolls on Facebook tell me it's my fault, because it's really not our fault. They make their own choices in life. You just got to be there to support them the best way you can. Not enabling them to make the bad decision, but still supporting them at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a great point. Stephanie has to know that you're not cutting her off. You're gonna be there. The door's open for her to come in when she's ready to go to treatment. Right? You can't force her.
Yeah.
Right? Legally, you can't force her. You can't kidnap her. That's bad. You're gonna get in trouble. But you have to keep that open dialogue, that line of communication open, so that one day she might just say, you know what, Day, I'm sick of this. You stay here. I'm gonna get better. I'll pray for you, and when you're ready, I'll accept you back. But I'm gonna go back home, my mom and my child, because that's where I belong, not out here. So I really hope that happens soon. I really do.
Me too.
Because nothing good happens out there. Only bad things. And that's what you, as a parent, you want to avoid that. And you can tell them till you're blue in the face. They don't, in one ear, out the other.
Absolutely.
It's not till I get a call from a nurse, at a hospital, or, people inform me that, hey, you interviewed such and such, they're gone.
Yeah.
She's recovered from 2 ODs, I believe she said.
Yeah.
1, 2.
2 ODs. Yeah.
The third time might not be coming back.
Yeah. And that's what I told her back in October when the hospital called me. Like you literally just told me that you weren't gonna touch it again. Like you said that when you were 15, and you stuck with it. But now, Like, you said that you were not going to touch it again. I was like, you literally just almost died. I told her the next time, there's not going to be a next time of you being saved. And, obviously, that doesn't scare her enough. Day leaving her for dead on the street didn't scare her enough to leave him alone.
Don't give up hope. Keep praying. The Lost in Phoenix family will pray for her. The conversation that I had with her obviously touched her. She's there.
She's
savable, right?
Yeah.
It's salvageable because she showed emotion. Because she hasn't been there for a long time, And so I asked these folks these questions on purpose. Do you miss your family? When's the last time you saw your baby? That's on purpose. That's to remind them, hey, you have a baby.
Yeah.
Remember the last time you held your baby and you changed the diaper and gave him food, and so little things like that are reminders that she's still human. She's still Stephanie, the Stephanie that you want back home. Okay, you're gonna have to continue to be supportive and strong for yourself, for Stephanie, and for the baby, because if you go down, what's gonna happen, right?
The baby needs somebody. My other daughter needs somebody. I gotta keep my composure the best way that I can.
Absolutely.
I've thought about, kidnapping her, taking her to Mexico to get her clean, but then I'm like, I'll get a charge. Who's gonna take care of these kids? I've also thought about doing the worst, which I'm not gonna mention, and that's gonna put me in prison for a long time. Like, I can't do none of that.
You love Stephanie?
I do, with all my heart.
If she watches this video, what do you want to tell her?
Stephanie, I love you. I miss you. Khalil misses you. Your sister misses you. The rest of the family still misses you. I just want you to know that you're always welcome home, back to our family. I know this is not the life that you want to live. So when you're ready, come back home. I love you.
Marie, thank you for meeting with me. Thank you for the conversation. We'll stay in touch and we'll try to work to help Stephanie, okay?
Okay, thank you.